if you're watching this right now and you're copying someone and you're saying, why am I losing, right? Then maybe you don't deserve to win. Hey, what's going on? My name is D. I am the head of growth at Right Hook Digital, an e-commerce growth agency.
Hello, today I'm going to share with you one of the Facebook secrets. If you have ever scrolled through your Facebook newsfeed and you ever seen this person with a charming smile, right? And that person is just right behind me, sharing all the top tips on how to run an e-commerce business, doing the video and stuff. Thank you so much, Deng. All right, so first question, how many videos or video series that you actually do before, getting them to close? So like including the webinars.
Right. So first of all, I've never tried a webinar actually.
Okay.
So I've never actually seen an agency do a webinar before. Like I've only seen a webinar and then course or webinar and then maybe some kind of done with you stuff.
Yes.
So we've never tried going to webinar. But in terms of videos or video series, it differs from topic to topic.
Okay.
And it's almost like it's not something that we try to architect too much. It's more like this week I'm going to put out one video, next week I'm going to put out another video, and I just put you through the funnel and I'll let the data tell me when is the right time to get you.
So there isn't any standard protocol like, this client we're going to
Correct.
do 3 videos, 5 videos. It's all going to be playing by the year?
Correct.
Wow.
So let's talk about, say, videos for e-commerce products. Right. So if you're an e-commerce product, if you are selling, say, for example, maybe a skin cream, I maybe want to watch a few more videos to believe that my skin is not going to go bad before I buy your cream.
Right.
But if I'm selling you a fidget spinner, maybe only one video you buy straight away because maybe the price is not so high.
That's true?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So there is no set protocol. It really comes down to letting the data talk to you.
And
then being able to run like a video views.
And it differs from client to client.
Yeah, it differs from client to client, and it differs to even our own funnel.
Right.
Very different too.
That's good to know. So how do you change your strategy when expanding into new verticals?
So it really comes down to research. Research is so many people want to skip research. People want to skip research.
Yeah, because they want fast results, right?
Correct.
Especially like a lot of these guys, they are posting screenshots on the groups showing that how much they do every day, and it actually create this false illusion that I can just go in and run some traffic and I just get this result immediately like that.
Correct. Because that's a sexier story to tell. Right? It's not sexy to say, I failed again today. I tried another funnel, I failed again today.
Right.
So whenever going into a new vertical, the first thing to do is to understand the vertical. For example, whenever you go to Thailand, maybe you should study a bit of Thai so that the taxi driver doesn't try to cheat you.
That is right.
So you have to prepare first so that you don't get cheated later.
Right.
But it's just boring because it's like studying for exams.
Right. At least you can foresee what's going to happen next.
Correct. So research, spying, looking at other brands, all that is so important. And then you get to see what they're doing. If they're spending a lot of money on it, then something must be working right for them.
Yes. But I think it's actually quite a common thing, especially in e-commerce, where everyone is just copying each other.
Yes.
Right. So in that case, is there any advice that you would give to these people? They are still doing this, and do you think this is gonna work still when it comes to 2019? And
I'm so happy that you asked that question.
Right.
I'm so happy. If you're watching this right now and you're copying someone and you're saying, why am I losing? Right? Then maybe you don't deserve to win. If you so let me ask you something. You're sitting in an exam room, right? And I'm the smart guy. I'm gonna sit next to the A student.
Right.
And I try to copy him. I can't copy 100% because his arm is here. Maybe his head is writing.
That's true.
So I won't be able to copy everything. So I'll always be behind. He studied. He did the research.
Right.
He understands the process. He will always win. So in 2019, I see that it's don't get me wrong, copying is great, right? But you have to use it as inspiration, not as the lazy student who didn't study and then I want to sit next to the smart student. Right? Yeah,
that's a very good tip over there. Next question. Why are you using Infusionsoft for email?
If you're watching this, I'm only using Infusionsoft for email because my business partner actually no affiliate link because my business partner chose Infusionsoft. I
Okay.
was stuck with
Oh, you
Infusionsoft. I was
Oh my
stuck with
God.
Infusionsoft.
Right.
CRMs it's such a beast to build, right? So every time, and because it's so big, it's hard to update. I understand that. I understand how hard it is to update, but the only reason why I'm using it is because I was stuck with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you actually manage it, or it's like your partner that's the one who's
So
managing it?
we go in and manage it almost together, split it up a
Together,
little bit.
okay.
So a lot of our internal marketing we still do for ourselves because I want the best marketers working for our marketing. So we got to back ourselves, right?
That's good. So, how much time do you focus on top of the funnel?
Right.
Yeah.
So we spend a lot of budget and time working on top of funnel type content because that is what keeps our new audiences coming in. So if you've never met me before, I'm going to spend most of my time trying to entertain you or trying to figure out what is going to excite you to maybe learn more about us.
Okay.
Right. So most of the budget is there. And then what we do is the people that have shown interest, we then get to retarget them.
Right.
But I have to try hard in a different way. Because then it's a bit more technical. It's a bit more like, how do we retarget them? Who do we retarget? What type of content? But thinking about fresh new stuff to feed the top of the funnel for cold audiences, that's what we focus on.
All right.
A lot.
So let me kind of sum it up. It's more like you want to deliver content that can engage the audience and eventually build out the relationship with your audience. And eventually, when you try to retarget these people and try to, show them the product and services, then that's where the conversions happens.
Yes, sir.
Easier.
Absolutely. And if you're
That's
running an
good.
agency, it's even more important because I want you to feel like you are my friend before you even try to call us.
Right.
It's through the videos.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, that's true. Very good sharing from Deng. Okay, next question. How do you differentiate your strategy depending on the industry? Because like apparently some industries, they are a lot more competitive compared to others.
Yes, absolutely. Depending on how competitive it is, then you have to do more preparation, right? Or have more money, or have some type of. It's not necessarily only the strategy. It's also the resources that you can put into the strategy. Let me give you an example. I know it sounds a bit weird, but if you're going to the Olympics, how many years do you have to train before you want to go? You know what I mean? Like many years before you go to the Olympics. But if you only want to go, so that's a competitive, world-class industry, for example, where it's very competitive. Then you need the best coach. You need the best training. You need the best supplements. But you also need to be like 100% focused.
Laser focus.
That's the strategy. It sounds very boring because it's like so obvious.
Okay.
But it really is. So if you go into something really competitive, do you have the right amount of money to get all the celebrity influencers to maybe be the voice for your brand to start?
Right.
If it's not so competitive, it's like going to your local soccer game. You don't need years and years and years and years because it's not a big competitive place. So you can do a little bit and succeed a little bit.
Okay.
So that's the strategy. It really comes down to preparation.
Preparation, yeah. So in other words, what you are suggesting is that for guys that are just getting into the game, do not go after the really, really competitive industry.
Unless your uncle is super rich. Yeah?
You got a big chunk of money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like
that's true, because like guys, they have been spending years, and they got a lot of experts. They have been like focusing on these industries for years, doing the SEM, SEO, the branding, paid traffic, the stuff like that. And for you to compete with them, it will be literally impossible.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you're just like.
It's like your army versus their army. If you can only afford 4 people in your army, and you want to fight an army of 4,000 people, you're kind of screwed. Right? But you have to be smart. You have to then try all the small little things. Or go to fight some other army.
Right. Sorry to interrupt, because I think a lot of guys, when they started to pick like what niche I want to go into when starting my e-commerce business, often they would want to go into the niche where they think is big enough so that they can make a lot of money. Yeah, and usually, you're like, do you say this is actually a very wrong mindset? Or
yes, I think it's it's like a moth to a flame, right? When the moth flies closer to the flame, it'll eventually burn and die because it cannot handle the heat. It's not ready yet. It's not there. So in that type of way, if you see that all the gurus or whoever is talking about this industry is or whatever, you might be too late. So you have to go and figure out, study it. Treat it like you're studying a subject or studying a field. And that's really the best way to then have the right mindset and go, I want to win, but I don't want to just photocopy.
Okay, right. Okay, and lastly,
Yes.
any advice to our friends that are just getting started in the e-commerce business, like, and also like what do you think 2019, what would be the scene on Facebook and also the e-commerce going to be like?
Right.
Yeah.
For any advice for anyone starting out, I would say, one, really prepare yourself. Understand the game that you're playing before you play the game. Right. That's really, really important. Also, two, just reach out to people. I was before I got so lucky to be here with you, I was nobody like a year ago, 2 years ago, but I would message people that speak on the stage and ask them for help.
Right.
And some of them are super generous, they actually helped me.
And in fact, like 14 months ago, you were just an ordinary guy like everybody
Nothing.
else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's number one. And then for next year, 2019, Facebook and all that, you can see already the trends. They're being very strict about people that don't care about Facebook's audience.
Yes. Yeah.
So if you have, I met one guy the other day. I feel so bad for him. He's in the dropship game. His average shipping time 4 months, bro.
4 months. Oh my God.
His page score killed him.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's
you know,
not gonna work well on Facebook.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's not going to work well anymore. They really want to clean up shop.
Okay.
So, but if you study, you'll know those things. So
Right.
that's why you have to prepare yourself and run a legitimate business.
Okay.
Be in for the long game.
Right. Thank you so much, Deng. You share a lot of
My friend, thank you for
useful
having me.
insights. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.